My grandparents both emigrated from Europe during the Great Depression. My mom and her family from Finland, and my dad and his family from Croatia. They both came to East Vancouver, where my parents met, and my grandfather became a fisherman, a salmon fisherman, working out of Steveston. And my grandmother grew, like many in East Vancouver, the most amazing garden. My mom's family became a real sort of community focus for the Finnish community in Vancouver. My parents met in East Vancouver and in high school, fell in love, married, moved in with my dad's family to put my dad through university. He was a UBC graduate in engineering. And my dad's work took us to the Kootenays, to Cranbrook, and then Nelson, and then we came back to Burnaby. We had a fabulous upbringing, lots of fun in our family home. When we lived in East Van, we spent all the summers, every day, down at Stanley Park. We were to swim at Lumberman's Arch, we picnicked, and then of course in the Kootenays, a lot of time outdoors, camping, swimming, fishing, horseback riding. And it was really quite an ideal childhood, and I truly fell in love with the outdoors of BC at that time. There was also lots of music in our family. My mom played the piano, and I took singing, voice lessons, and then piano lessons. And one wonderful thing they did for me when I was 12 was they supported me in being chosen to be part of a BC choir, the Langara choir, that ended up touring the world. And I think that really made me grow up fast and become really globally aware. It was a pivotal turning point in my childhood. I went to University of British Columbia, working myself through university by teaching piano. Graduated with my master's in urban geography. Had the real privilege to work with Walter Hardwick, who completely inspired me in terms of his vision for a real livable city. After university, I got a job teaching at Langara College, so I taught for 12 years there, a whole range of courses, including urban geography and my favorite, economic development of BC. I love teaching. I loved the students, I loved everything about teaching. During that time, I met my husband, who had founded a group called Western Canada Wilderness Committee, and I got very inspired by that work and decided to leave teaching to join the staff of the Wilderness Committee. So together, Paul and I and a lot of people and volunteers built the committee to the largest membership-based wilderness group in Canada. We saved a lot of wilderness, and I got personally involved in establishing the international campaigns of the Wilderness Committee, and ended up being a lead campaigner on a very big international issue, Clayoquot Sound. I made 52 trips to Ottawa to get federal government support for a UNESCO Biosphere Reserve that would help resolve the conflict in Clayoquot Sound. In the early days of the Wilderness Committee, we were getting pretty frustrated about the other political parties who just simply were not paying attention to environmental issues or wilderness protection. One particularly frustrating day, we opened the newspaper and there saw an article that said, German Greens elected for first time to German Bundestag. We thought, what's this Greens? What's this Green Party? We learned about it, loved the principles, and decided that we would establish the Green Party of British Columbia. Well, it turned out it was the very first Green Party in all of North America. And those first meetings were around our kitchen table, and it just took off from there. In the year 2000, I was elected leader of the Green Party of British Columbia, and I was the first leader of any Green Party in North America to be included in televised leaders' debates. After 6 years with the Green Party BC, I decided to move to the Green Party of Canada and represent the party on the federal level. I've spent most of my working career working or living in Vancouver Centre. I now live in the West End near Stanley Park. I'm very lucky my daughter lives close by. Her name's Callie. She's an editor and writer of children's books. And we have a son too, whose name is TJ. He is a graduate of UVic in psychology, and he's working with developmentally disabled young adults. I'm so proud of both of them. They are wonderful, wonderful young adults. I feel like everything in my life has led me to this path. I love my children, I love Vancouver, and I love this planet. And I am concerned for their future. I don't see the decisions being made by any other political party being right for a healthy future for my kids and our world. That's what's led me into green politics and running to be a member of Parliament. I think it's the best way that I can make a difference.